Grand evening. Hi, my name is Leonard Munson, the psychic astrologer. My website is readings by leonardtmunson.net. The weekly overview: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, from May the 29th to June the 5th, 2025. This is a collective reading, so take what you need and leave the rest. We're going to talk about career and work and employment. Aries, your solar sun is in the third house. The third house is Gemini. Gemini represents all form of a technology, communication, transportation, siblings, short distance travel. It also represents mechanical things, writing, speaking and publishing, investigation, research. It also represents secondary education, advertisement. Its ruling planet, Mercury. Mercury is now in Gemini. So those who are in the communication field or the transportation field or the publishing field, there's going to be a major change in your career. Some of you will get a promotion. Some of you will get a new job. And this job may have to do with moving from one one city to another. Some of you open up your own business that has something to do with communication directly or indirectly. And then we have the sun in Gemini. So Mercury, the sun in Gemini, is beneficial for you, Aries, and making a communication effort to change what you want to do in your career. It's time for action. It's time for action in your work environment. The things that you want to do in your career and your goals, it's time for action with Venus in Aries. The energy, the drive, the push is there. You have to push yourself, Aries. If you want to change your career, your job, and the work, you have to make the changes. Opportunities will be open up for you for abundance, blessings, expansion, growth in your career. But you got to do the work. Now, Saturn is now in Aries. So there's action to tear down that old foundation that you have been looking at as far as your career and work, and it's not happening, to change in a new direction. Some of you are in a chaotic situation of upheaval, chaos, and you want freedom and independence from this career or work environment. We also have Neptune in Aries, so the illusions, the fantasy, the brain fog, the head in the clouds, the lies, deceptions, etc. in your career and work is now being exposed. Again, action has to be put in there. Then with Uranus, with Pluto in Aquarius, this is going to happen all of a sudden because this has been brewing underneath the surface. So those who's going to make the move, new opportunities and doors are going to open for them. Okay? And it's retrograding. So you're reviewing when it was going direct. All right, Aries? The next sign is Sagittarius. Leo. Leo, your solar sun is in the 11th house. The 11th house is Aquarius, the house of hopes, wishes, friendships, groups, organization, humanitarian efforts, and new technology. Now, this ruling planet of Aquarius is Uranus, and Uranus is in Taurus. So there's been some chaos, Leo, in your career and work environment. I'm also picking up that you don't know what you want to do, whether you want to stay in the environment or you want to move. So there's decisions that have to be made. Now we have the Sun in Gemini, which deals, and Mercury in Gemini. So you might be dealing with something in the technology, Leo, or in some form of communication, transportation, mechanical thing, something to do with siblings, short distance travel, something to do with investigation, research, primary education, advertisement, writing, publishing, and speaking. We have Venus in Aries. Venus in Aries represents Leo. It's time for action. No more thinking about it, back and forth, writing it down. It's time for action to make changes in your career and your employment. Mars, your vigor, the force, the drive, the passion, the energy that you will need for yourself. So this change for some of you in the career has something to do with children, arts, entertainment, something connected with self-expression and children. Now, Jupiter in Gemini, opportunity for expansion, growth, abundance, blessings. The truth of karma is going to come into being. Saturn now in Aries, so you tear down that old foundation and start with something new. Uranus in Taurus. Okay, we did that. Neptune in Aries, the illusion is gone. The deception is gone. Pluto in Aquarius is going to happen very quickly because this has been bothering you. Okay? The next sign is Sagittarius. Sagittarius, your solar sun is in the 7th house. The 7th house is Libra. It's a house of using your intelligence, your intellect. It's a house of all balancing all partnerships and relationships. It's a house of spiritual direction and creativity, the house of open enemies, and the house of spiritual blessing, diplomacy, diplomat, decisions, indecision, the house of others and legal situations. So there's some legal situations here that's making a change here, okay? And the 7th house ruling planet is Venus. So work, there's going to be a major change in your work environment and your career. So it's time for action. And with the Sun in Gemini and Mercury in Gemini, it's going to be in the communication, technology, siblings, short distance travel, secondary education, investigation and research, mechanical things, deal with writing, publishing, speaking, etc. Now, Mercury, some of you might be working in the field that deals with some kind of communication. You deal with some kind of technology on computers, or you're doing with something to do with transportation, or anything that's derived from transportation. That is to change. So there's changes going on in your career, Sag, that's going to bring you into a better foundation. And then we have Mars in Leo. Okay, so this is something to do with yourself. This is something to do that you want to change. So there's a change, whether you're going to go back to school or change in a new direction in your career. And then we have new opportunities open up for you. Abundance, expansion, growth, blessings, wealth, and karma. And that old foundation with Saturn and Aries about your career and employment is looking in a different direction. It's time for action. But the action has to be made on a foundation. So you have to have a foundation before you build something on it. Uranus and Taurus, using your voice, speaking about things that is not right, or something that is causing a lot of static in your work and your career that you want out of. So there's a shift here in the direction you're going in your career, what's going to bring you freedom and independence. Neptune and Aries, the illusion, the fantasy, the head in the clouds, the rose-colored glasses, the brain fog, the fear is being lifted. It's no more, and the deception, the lies. So use your intuition to move forward with action. Pluto in Aquarius, this has been bothering you for quite a while for some of you who want to change in your employment and your career by going back to school, asking for promotion, or getting a new job. But it's retrograding, so now you're reviewing when Pluto is going direct. Okay? Then we have the North Node in Pisces. These are the lessons that you need to learn in this lifetime, Sag, about your employment and career. Lilith and Scorpio, ending of these doubts, are emotional fears or anxiety that you have, and stop